So hi YouTube, it's me again, coming with another hair video. Now I've already done these 3 sections. Let me first tell you what I'm doing. I am dyeing my greys, the greys that I often talk about. Now I had my daughter do the back, which I often get her to do if she's around, and I've just done the front. By the way, I have just knocked over most of the rest of my dye that's left, so I'm hoping it's enough for just this section. Fingers crossed it is. The reason why first of all, let me just tell you what you need. So you need one of these dye bowls, you need a brush with a tail so you can do your partings, you need some clips to hold your hair in place, makes things easier. As you see, I'm wearing rubber gloves because this is permanent hair dye. You've seen this hair dye before. This is the dye that I've always used. This is what my dad used to use and I trust it. That's why I use it. It has no ammonia in it, and all you do is just add water. So you pour the whole content. Let me just show you how small the bottle is. First of all, the bottle comes this small, and I used to only need a little touch of it, but as I've grown older with more grey hairs, I've got to now use the whole bottle. So I pour the whole bottle in, and then I've got water from my water bottle, cold water, and I add it to my mixture and mix. The whole instructions will come in the pack, but I add a little bit more water because I've seen that done and it still does work very well. Just get yourself some of these gloves. These are very cheap. They're like £2–3. You get 100 of them, and I've had these for about maybe about a year now. Get yourself old towels. I've just experienced where I've had an accident where my whole dye just slipped out of my hands onto the floor. Luckily I had something laid out on the floor which I'm sitting on, and an old towel at hand to mop that up. So you always do need an old thing. Let me get into it. As I said, these 3 has been dyed. I don't dye the whole length of my hair. I only dye the roots of my hair. You should never really dye, if you're just doing your greys, you should never really dye the whole length of your hair anyway, because it's too damaging. Anyway, so I have very little left in here, guys, very little left. But anyway, we're going to try and make it work since I've had this accident. So I pull my hair taut first, and I always like to start, sorry, I'm looking over there because that's where I have my mirror. And I always start with my more problematic areas. The reason why I decided that my daughter can do the back today is simply for this video, but normally I would start in the front and my daughter will do the back because apparently I don't really have much greys at the back as I do in the front. So there we go. As you see, I have lightly, very lightly covered just the greys, only the greys, very gently. I know some people likes to put Vaseline around their edges in order for them not to have stains afterwards. I really should have done that, but sometimes I find my baby hairs gets in the way and then the hair dye doesn't really take because I've missed small little hairs, so I haven't put Vaseline around my edges, so hopefully I don't get too much of a stained face as I am at work tomorrow. It is winter months now. Well, it's not winter months, but for my hair it is. We're now in September where school has started back. My son's gone back to school. I've gone back to work. And so I am on my single twists hairstyle, protective hairstyle, should I say, for single twists, which I have all winter long. It stops me fiddling around with my hair and so on. Right, I'm going to just tie this back because my hair is just doing the most right now. Right, now I am going to take these out because when you're washing your hair, they do get entangled into your hair and so on. As you see, I have a very light hair. I don't know if you can see that on your brush. Always just take that off. You don't need stray hairs getting all knotted up in your dye and so forth. So this is how I do. As you see, I just do a very light dusting type of movement rather than really painting it onto your hair.